इमेजिन आप एक लिफ्ट में हैं और आपके साथ आपका ड्रीम रिक्रूटर है. हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस योर सेल्फ टू दैट पर्सन कि वो आपको लाइफ टाइम याद रखे. कैसे करेंगे? चलिए मैं बताती हूँ. नमस्ते, आपका मेरे चैनल पे स्वागत है. शाइन एंड सॉफ्ट स्किल्स विद आकांक्षा सिंह. और आज हम बात करेंगे एलिवेटर पिच की. कई जगह पे एलिवेटर पिच को हम सेल्स पिच से रेफर करते हैं, बट समटाइम्स वी ऑल्सो यूज इट इन कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स, या हम जब ट्रेनिंग देने जाते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को फॉर द फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट्स दोज हु आर गेटिंग रेडी टू बी प्लेस्ड इन सम कंपनीज, हम उनको एलिवेटर पिच के नाम पे कहते हैं. दैट यू हैव टू इंट्रोड्यूस योर सेल्फ इन जस्ट 30 to 60 seconds, एंड दैट्स वाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज एन एलिवेटर पिच. बिकॉज लिफ्ट या एलिवेटर आप देखते हो कितनी जल्दी आपको ऊपर तक पहुंचाता है, राइट? सो दैट पिच विच इज गोइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस यू इन फ्रंट ऑफ somebody who is going to remember you for their life, and that is why we call it elevator pitch. So इस एलिवेटर पिच में हम ऐसा क्या बोलें जो सामने वाले को याद रहे, और इतने कम टाइम में हम इतना कुछ कैसे बता सकते हैं अपने बारे में, राइट? कोई बात नहीं, आज हम इसी चीज़ के बारे में बात करेंगे और डिटेल में बात करेंगे. और ये वीडियो सिर्फ फ्रेशर्स के लिए है, जिनका कोई वर्क एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, जिन्होंने कभी कोई काम ही नहीं किया, कॉलेज पास आउट है. सो दिस इज स्पेशली फॉर देम. और प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए भी मैं पार्ट 2 लेकर आऊँगी फॉर द सेम वीडियो. तो इसीलिए अगर आपके आसपास कोई फ्रेशर्स हैं जो अभी कॉलेज में हैं, थर्ड ईयर में हैं, गेट प्लेस्ड इन सम कंपनीज, तो उनके लिए स्पेशली ये वीडियो है. बिकॉज योर इंट्रोडक्शन इज मेन. कहीं पे भी ये इंट्रोडक्शन सेशन आ सकता है, राइट? इन एन इंटरव्यू दे कैन आस्क, टेल मी अबाउट योर सेल्फ. सो देयर दिस एलिवेटर पिच वुड वर्क. ओके, so let's understand how you need to introduce yourself in just 30 to 60 seconds of time and make it more memorable. पहले हम जानते हैं कि कोई भी चीज़ के बारे में जब भी मैं बात करती हूँ तो I usually tell you the importance of the same. Okay? So elevator pitch का importance क्या है? जब हम किसी को अपने बारे में बताते हैं, it usually helps us in creating our first impression. राइट? हम अपने बारे में अच्छा बताएं या क्या कर रहे हैं, जो भी अभी मैं बताऊंगी. सो इट इज यूजुअली हेल्प्स अस इन क्रिएटिंग अ फर्स्ट इम्प्रेशन. इट ऑल्सो हेल्प्स अस इन गेटिंग अ क्लैरिटी अबाउट गोल्स. once we start introducing ourselves, we that time come to know that okay, this is something which I need to tell the other person and this is what I want to achieve. So when we prepare the elevator pitch, we have more clarity about what we want to achieve in our life. And when we are prepared for this elevator pitch, we are more confident during the interviews, because मैंने जैसे बताया कि इंटरव्यू का सबसे पहला और कॉमन क्वेश्चन जिस पे मैंने एक वीडियो भी बनाया है, दैट इज टेल मी अबाउट योर सेल्फ. सो उसी का एक छोटा सा पार्ट आज मैं लेकर आई हूँ, दैट इज एलिवेटर पिच. सो एक परफेक्ट एलिवेटर पिच में 4 स्टेप्स आते हैं. ओके, सो डोंट वरी, हर एक स्टेप को मैं बहुत ही ईजी वे में समझाऊंगी ताकि आप उस चीज़ को समझ पाओ. और इस वीडियो को देखने के दौरान आप एक काम कर सकते हो, यू कैन कैरी अ नोटबुक एंड पेन एंड राइट इट डाउन, एंड साइड बाय साइड ऑल्सो राइट योर ओन थॉट्स. सो आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू द स्टेप, आई एम जस्ट गाइडिंग यू विद सिंपल स्टेप्स. आप उसको फ्रेम आउट कर लेना इन योर ओन एलिवेटर पिच. ओके, आफ्टर telling you the 4 steps, I would be also giving you 1 or 2 examples so that you get more clarity about how you have to frame your elevator pitch. What steps I'm going to tell you right now, how you need to cleanly and clearly write it down and tell the other person about yourself. So when we start introducing ourselves as a fresher, when we don't work anywhere, we don't have any kind of experience, so we sometimes get confused, what will we say? The first step is to start with who you are. Okay, so your name, your place, your education, and or currently what you're pursuing. Okay, so this is the first step which will in detail help the other person to know that what is your name, your identity, right? The main important identity, your place from where you are, your education background, or currently if you're pursuing graduation, so what kind of field you are into. So specialization, please mention it. So over here, the example could be, hi, I'm Akanksha Singh. I'm from Delhi. I'm currently pursuing BBA, specialization in banking and insurance from Maharaja Surajmal Institute, Janakpuri. Now, second step is what you do and what you're best into. Okay, so this way you would be highlighting your core skills to the other person. So over there, we can give an example that I am interested into banking and insurance. I have a strong interest in music. I have a strong interest in communication field. I have a strong interest in training field. So something which is highlighting your interest area and what exactly you want to do in your life or what you are good at. Third, you freshers would be talking about your experience into the projects or any event you have been participated or done the volunteer activity over there. So you can mention that. So for example, I was part of the cultural committee in my college and I also helped in the event management outside as a freelancer. Worked as a project or you have done an internship, so you can highlight that in the next step, that is what are your experience or the projects. Okay, because as a fresher, how would you highlight your skills? There is nothing called a work experience in your hand right now. So whatever activities you have done apart from the academics or the curriculum you were handling in the college, so apart from that, if you were part of the any sports committee, cultural committee, or you were organizing any event in the college, or you were part of any group or placement committees, so you can mention that or highlight that as your experience. So the step 4 would be that what you're looking for now, the opportunities, right? What kind of opportunities you're looking for. So for example, over here I can mention a line that currently I'm looking for an opportunity where I can explore my own ways of my skills to enhance, and the place where I can grow more as an individual and as a professional person, or I want to work in a bank because I'm doing a specialization in banking and insurance. So something which is relatable to what you said earlier and what you're looking forward in terms of the opportunities should not mismatch. It should match up with what you said earlier and what you're saying right now to look as an opportunity. Okay, so let's look into the examples. I will try to give you 1 or 2 examples over here that covers all the 4 steps. Okay, first, that who you are and what your interests are, what are your experience, and what opportunities you're looking for. Okay, so first I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm Akanksha Singh. I'm from Delhi. I'm currently pursuing graduation from Maharaja Surajmal. My specialization is BBA Banking and Insurance, and I really love communicating with people. So I'm looking forward for the opportunities where I could train people into the banking and insurance sector, and also helps the person to develop their soft skills area. Okay, so something like this where it was very quick. It was 30 to 60 seconds, and this is how quick you have to be. Okay, because all the information I know, core areas, core region, core skills could not be added over here in such a short time, but it would be good if you include all these factors which I have already told you. I would really appreciate if you share this among your friends who really need this, a guidance where they would be now getting into a placement season or they would be getting placed in some companies. So this would be really helpful, because going in an interview, answering about yourself is sometimes very tricky and very tough. And as I mentioned, I have also uploaded one video earlier. You can search that tell me about yourself. You can also get a glimpse of what exactly in depth we can talk about, and it is for both freshers and experienced person. So there are a few common mistakes which we do when we are introducing ourselves, that we sometimes speak very fast, quick, right? So that shows that you have memorized it or mugged up, right? It should not look like that. Again, you should not use filler words. I'm from like this. You should not speak. You should not use any kind of filler words in your phrases, in your sentences. and the resume is already there with them, right? So you should not copy from your resume. Tell something different which is not there in it, and be more energetic, enthusiastic, because that, if you are in low energy and talking about yourself, that will not help you and connect to the other person. That is very important, right? Again, I would also suggest the mirror practice method over here. Practice it in front of the mirror every day and you'll be very good at it. So if you really like this video, please share among your friends who really needs this. And the professional people who are the experienced people, I would be uploading the other part of the elevator pitch so that you can also get some idea what you need to speak in terms of the experience. Okay, so to grow more, learn more, subscribe my channel, share, like, comment, and stay in touch. Take care.